Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reviewing my freshman year indoor track season. Guys, let's get into this freshman year indoor track season. So, as usual, the season began with MCPS meet number 1, and that is what indoor season always begins with. And at this meet, I ran the Open 800. I was just coming off a 2:17 time trial. As you guys know, I ended the XC season like 2 weeks ago, where we ended at States where I was spectating, and I took like a 5-day break because I really hadn't raced for like a month and I was barely training. So I was like, let me just hop straight into indoor, and I ran a 2:17 time trial in trainers like a week before this race by myself because we did it by grade. And then we got into this race, so this was like the slow heat in a MCPS scrimmage meet. And I'm pretty sure I got out in 70 seconds, guys. Yes, that's right, you heard that. 70 seconds for the first 400. Right now we're at like 300 meters. That's my teammate in the front, Doug. He was a dog, but he wasn't really like a runner, honestly. He didn't like, fully apply himself to the sport. There I am. You guys pay attention to the right side of your screen. I'm gonna come in here and do a crazy kick. Like I said, sitting back and waiting to kick was the theme of this season, guys, and it wasn't good. I'm not proud of it. See, there I am right there. So much energy I could have used before that, but I waited till 90 meters to go. Look at Doug. That kid also waited way too long. Like, if you have that much energy at the end of a 800, bro, you're doing something wrong. So there we go, 2:18 for MCPS number 1, and I was kind of psyched about the kick, but it wasn't a good time at all. Then we had MCPS number 3. I ran a 4:58. They actually didn't record my heat, guys. I was the only heat in the whole meet to not get recorded, but because it was the slowest heat, I had no time. I ran a 4:58 alone, my first ever mile race, and I was really happy about this one. My goal is to break 5, and I did it. I just showed that clip before to show I was like in the bullpen waiting to go, but they just didn't record me. It is what it is. That was MCPS number 3. It was like the day after Christmas. Then we come into January for Southern MD Invite, and I did a lot of stuff here. So here we are on the 4x8. There's me. Nate came in. And I was actually on the 4x8 for some time during the indoor season. I'll explain to you guys what happens. But there I am on the 4x8. Like I said, going out way too slow. I don't know, what is that? 30, 34? Jeez. I just don't know what I was doing, guys. Yeah, so Southern MD Invite was the 6th of January or so. It was like a week or two before counties. It was like 3 weeks before counties, and then 2 weeks before Montgomery Invite, which I'm pretty sure is the next meet. There I am on the 4x8. Yep. Look at this crazy kick, guys. It's literally the same every race. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is almost a mimic of the last race. The only difference in this race is I ran 2:12. So I still went out fast and I kicked at the end, which is something that you still see today when I run the 800. It's just how I run. But there's Sam. We actually ended up winning the 4x8 at this invite in 8:36, which would definitely not win a 4x8 anymore. It was the school record indoor. You could see my bowl cut. I'm not saying anything because my haircut right now is worse. That's why I'm wearing a hood, guys. Here's me and Sam in the 1K. They had the 1,000. They have the 1,000 meter at the Southern MD Invite. They still do, and our coaches put us in for some reason. I don't know why. But this is the last lap here. We ended up basically tempoing this. Like, good runners will be coming in right about now. We still got a lap to go, but just watch us catch this kid who went out in 27. Kids like that, just ran it like a sprint. So that's what happens. I tried to challenge Sam. I'll never forget this meet this race because I tried to challenge Sam and he just beat me, but it was funny. Never forget that Finsta post, Sam, where you said gotta put the young bulls in their place or something. Yeah, I remember that. Anyways, then I came back for the 3rd event of the day in the 4x4. Which you guys will see there's also a common theme with crazy 4x4 finishes with me. And in our next video of this series, you're going to see probably, I think it's still up on YouTube, I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna have to show off that crazy dual meet 4x4 finish of my freshman year outdoor. But this meet had a crazy finish. So as you can see, the leaders are pretty far ahead of us, honestly, especially for a 4x4. Like, there's no reason for us to even come back. We're on the third leg. This is Ethan. Doug was the first leg. Abu was the second leg. And here's Ethan coming down the handoff. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, there might be one more. No, the handoff. Yeah. So there is a huge gap. I'd say about a 20 meter gap. Maybe 30 meters. But yeah, I just don't understand how you can come back off this gap. But you guys are going to see what happens. There's also going to be some kid who comes from behind me with also a 20 meter gap. This is also the 4x4 slow heat. If you can look on the red part of the track, there's some dog teams in there. We ended up getting like 16th. Nobody in this heat did well, but final lap of the 4x4, guys. This is when it gets crazy. Just keep watching. Oh my god. So here we go. Look at this kid who came from behind me. Oh my god. Just crushing these guys. Eating everything up. But you're gonna see what happens at the end, guys. Again, third event of the day. Can't be too mad, but crazy finish. Not quite enough. But I'm telling you, that was tough. There's a picture of us finishing. Kid with the cross country spikes, and I had probably cross country spikes too. I don't even know what those were. Then we come a week later into Montgomery Invitational, and I was running so I got kicked off the 4x8 here. Luca took my spot. Luca was actually really nice generous this season, because he let me run the 4x4 the 4x8 to get experience. But he took the spot, and then they ran like an 8:18 at this meet. They got second behind Delaney. I watched the 4x8 because I thought I was on it, but then I looked, I was like, oh no, my spot got taken. But my spot was given back at counties the next meet because of Sam. He wanted to be fresh for the 32. Anyways, check out this open 800 race. It was just a slow heat. I ended up taking a dub here, obviously. I sped it up here because it's kind of boring. There was just no competition. I ran a 211. Yeah, 211 low, which was alright. Then we come into counties, and I was on the 4x4. Luca's on it this time too. Honestly, guys, this is probably the most disappointing race ever. I'm gonna tell you what went wrong here, but when we finished, we all knew, oh my god, we did horrible, because we had some decent expectations coming in, right? We'd run 820 even with me on the team. And then when we had to talk to Coach Zick about the splits and everything, because that's what he did. He came up with this little clipboard and talked about our splits and all that. And no one was looking him in the eye. We're all staring at our feet like that. And he was like, look me in the eye. I was like, it was awkward, guys. I'm telling you, that was probably one of the most awkward situations in my life. I was like, inside, I was like, oh my god, this is weird. Anyways, there I handed off to Abu. In this race, I went out in 60 and came back in 70. Abu went out in 57, came back 67. And Luca went out in 210 because he wanted to conserve himself for the mile. It was just a weird race. You can see Nakasaka being cocky. He later got DQ'd for that little celebration. Nate finishes, we get like 6th place. There's a picture from there. That was just disappointing. But then I had to come back 10 hours later in the open 800 in a solid heat, not the slow heat, a decent heat, because I had that seat time from the Montgomery Invite, guys. And as you can see, I get probably the worst start you could possibly have. I'm 5 meters behind the field within the first 50 meters. Like, yeah, you just can't do that really in the open 800 ever, or in any 800, honestly. As you can see, some OGs in this race. We have Ayu and Johan in the front. Now teammates, honestly, that's crazy, but not anymore because the season's over, so it's messed up. And then Mulisa, when he used to run at Kennedy, and ahead of him we have Mason Minus, and then some other people who you may recognize. But this was 2 years ago too, so that's really it's just funny how everyone here is also incredibly improved. You guys will see this is the last lap. Crazy kick finish right here. They're just bringing it home. You can see me in the background. I actually kicked too. Like I said, I went out, guys. I went out in 67, came back 63. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. There I am finishing. Just a whack me, honestly. 4A West Regional. Here's a picture from counties before we get into that afterwards. Fernand, Doug, me, Sam, and Abu. the OGs. And then here's the 4A West Regional at the Armory, guys. I was in the slow heat for the 800. I had barely made it. You have to be top 24 in the region to make it. I was 23rd. My time of 2:10.09 barely got me in. There's Baraka. Shout out to you, Baraka. Yes. He had already run the 2 mile and maybe even the 4x8, so he was pretty tired for this race. And before, like, I knew this was gonna be my last race of the season, guys. The regionals 4x8 included Luca and Sam this time. I was not on it anymore. And then there's me taking over the race. Basically, I waited till after the curve like a smart person. And there's the final lap. So yeah, I knew this was going to be my last race because the qualifying time was just way out of reach. It was like 2:05, and I don't even think I could have hit that at PG Sportsplex. So this was going to be my last race. It was fun just talking about it with the boo on the bus ride to Baltimore. Like, yo, you think I have a chance at qualifying? And right now he's probably doing his little laugh about that. But there we go, heat winner, 2:14 for the win, which is not a bad time, honestly, for the Armory. And there's the rest of the field coming in. There's a picture of me. I ran that in Brooks Goes 10 too, so that's pretty funny. Then we have 4A states. Now, my role here was similar to the 4A states of cross country, be a backup and support. My role here was to bring bring the 4x8 their spikes after they warmed up and put them away for them. Bro, I was a tough alternate, I'm not gonna lie. I also did that at last track to Philly. I don't have any footage from that. Oh, but look at this fall, guys. This was Severna Park when they fell, and basically their season's over. And then some CH Flowers kid falling. I don't know if it's from being so dead or actually falling, but who knows anymore. Here is the third leg. Luca was the first leg, and then Sam hands off to Nate. And guys, this was actually a crazy race. We're in like contention here. There's Adam Nakasaka last lap, and then here's the finish. Nate couldn't hang with Nakasaka, and you're gonna see another celebration, man. And this kid has fallen off too, so it's all good. He spans in some random Colorado college, but we got second. Well, not we, but you know, in the next picture you'll see why I said we. Man, this is a legendary picture, bro. But yeah, that's really my indoor season, guys. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It just happened, like. But guys, the next season after this was when I really broke out. Like, this was a pretty mediocre season, and I was really disappointed after it, just by how like bad my times were, because I knew I could do better. So stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Outdoor track freshman year, it's a banger. I'm telling you guys, it's a banger. We broke out this year. We broke out next season. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. We just hit 1,600 subscribers. We're on the road to 2,000, guys. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Like I said, guys, this is just the starts. This is the starting point. It may seem boring because the times aren't great, the heats are slow, but just stay tuned, guys. Once we progress, especially once we get into sophomore year, oh my god, I'm gonna have to start doing 2 videos per season, especially like sophomore year outdoor. We're gonna have to do 2 videos because there were so many races and so many experiences. And yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Leave a like, comment down below what else you want to see on the channel, some video ideas, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.